Yo, so we're pretty much back with another one. We're gonna go over what the hell we did today, how we executed, and how we managed to catch two bangers in the span of one session. So, first things first, we're gonna go over the first trade that we took. It was actually on NQ. It's been a long time since I took a trade on NQ. It's probably been about a week or maybe two and a half weeks, maybe. It's been a while, but whenever I do trade on it, I do usually tend to win because I'm usually not even looking at it. But today it was just way too good not to take. So we noticed that the weekly is bullish, right? We also noticed that the daily is also bullish, right? What do we also notice? We noticed that from the previous expansionary move to the upside, right here, we were actually below equilibrium, means ready to go to expand. Then, what do I know here? The 4 hour is bearish. So I have daily and weekly on my side. The 4 hour is not yet on my side. What would I need to convince me to go long on here? What tends to happen with these pairs, especially ES and Q, is the fact that usually when you catch them at the flip side, they probably tend to flip structure on the hourly, and 4 hour is important, but it's not as important as the lower time frames because whenever we're trading these, we want to get the impulse that tends to happen at market open right around that 950 macro, get in there, get that nice rip, and then even hope for that we can that hold it out, even hope that we can hold it through the rest of the day. So yeah, at that point I'm like, okay, the 4 hours not in my favor, but guess what I have? I noticed that I have an hourly liquidity sweep right here, an hourly break of structure, and a revisit of that order block, right? So at that point, I'm thinking, okay, let me mark out my areas of liquidity so that whenever the session opens, I get to see liquidity get taken and also furthermore confluences on the 15-minute and lower time frames to go long. What do I get? In pre-market, we get that 15-minute break of structure. At that point, I'm just like, okay, I need to know where that liquidity is going to get taken and where it's going to be taken from. The only risky thing that I did like here was the fact that we didn't get that mitigation into equilibrium, which was right at this order block, at the start of this body of the order block. So yeah, we get that sweep here. We get the 15-minute change of character right here. And at that point, I'm just looking on the lower time frames to get my 1 minute break of structure. And ideally, any other PDRAs get invalidated or a build up for like a fair value gap or something. So at that point, I'm just like, cool, let's observe what happens. We get the break of structure, a fair value gap. We revisit the fair value gap and react. As we react, I decide to enter, leave my stops under the candle's low of which the fair value gap is in. And at that point, I decided to make my targets, and we hit all of them. Hit a nice trade for a nice 4.2 ish RR for me after taking partials. And this was the first trade. The second trade was a trade on GJ, also going off of the bias that I explained in the previous video. GJ was bullish on the daily time frame, correct? What else do I know at that point? I also know that GJ is bullish on the 4 hour, right? So what else do I need to know right now? From here, I'm just saying, show me hourly structure. Hourly structure was what? Was also bullish. This may appear bearish, but the last break of structure was bullish. There is no bearish break of structure here. So at session open, I see a massive move to the upside, at which I'm like, okay, let's find the move here. We get the 15-minute break of structure, and I just look for the lower time frame execution point. I see that I get a 5-minute liquidity sweep right here, and I get a break of structure off of that. Enter, stops under that liquidity sweep low. That took out all of this liquidity right here. Sorry, mark this out wrong. And target higher. That simple. Now we're waiting for that final take profit to get hit, which is going to hit the take profits from our previous day and today. I'll see you guys in the next one. Today was a great trading day. Very simple. In and out. Got in, left it alone, hit take profits. That's how it's supposed to be. I'll see you guys in the next one. And don't forget, it's about quality, not quantity. This is the fourth trade of the week that I'm taking, but I'm already up over 10R. Probably even 12. But yeah, don't forget, it's all in your head. You don't need to trade that much. So setups are good, the win rate's good, the RR is good, your ROI will be even better.